Hi everyone, it's Tammy and I have a haul from Hobby Lobby. This is during my November no spend, but I needed to get some things to work on my Christmas wrapping and also my Christmas crafts. So the first thing I got was this wrapping paper. It was 50% off, so it was $4, and you get a ton. You get 100 square feet of wrapping paper. I mean, if you can see how much is in that roll, it's a ton. Now, honestly, I don't normally like the big, huge rolls of wrapping paper. I know that the Target Dollar Spot used to sell little rolls that were probably a foot and a half or maybe a foot, no, probably a foot and a half wide, and I really liked those because most of my presents fit in that, and then also it wasn't so difficult to work with. I mean, these being so long, sometimes they're a little hard to deal with, but I just loved the plaid, so I wanted to get this because I thought that it would be really cute wrapped under the tree with this, and then I have some regular craft paper that I like to use as well, so I picked that up. And then let's see, I have a bag. Not too bad though, I didn't do too bad. I did get some tags to go with. I just thought these were adorable. I like to make some tags too, but not every present do I make a tag for. It's, you know, you need some just adhesive ones too. There's 32 in here. That's probably enough. I'm sure I have some from years past that I can use as well, but it's always fun to have new ones. I also went ahead and bought this heavy duty cardstock. It's just white and it was half off, so this was $4.50. And again, I like to use this for my mini albums. I like to use my Stampin' Up! Paper, of course, for any of the like outside or the like if I'm stamping something on a mini album, I like that. But for the actual pages, I kind of like to use the less expensive paper because I use a ton of it. So this is 50 sheets, yes, for $4.50 when it's on sale for half off. So I don't mind spending that to get so much. I also got some clear acrylic glass coating so that when I do some of my crafts, I'll have a coating for my glass projects. I have some things in mind. So that also brings me to this, which is just a bunch of paintbrushes and sponges. I really liked these round sponges. I probably need these like I need a hole in the head, but they were $5.99 for all of these, and I thought, you know what, I will use them. So I went ahead and got those. Then I got enamel paints. I don't have any enamel paints, so I got the rainbow. I got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I also got brown, white, and black. So, and I got different brands because they didn't have any of one brand that had all of the colors that I liked, which is weird, I thought. And I think I also got a silver. I got a silver, and I think I got a gold. So here's my orange and yellow. And here's my gold one, and then red and white. And these were on sale for 30% off, and most of them were like $1.99, and then you got 30% off. And then I got a can of red spray paint. This is just one of the shorty cans, Shortcuts Hobby Craft Paint. It was $3.49. It's in the color red pepper. I have a craft in mind for that. And then I also bought 2 different yards of fabric. One is this, and one is this, and I'm going to do it as a reversible pattern, and I'm hoping to make a I have Katie for her birthday is getting a bike, and we bought a basket, and I wanted to make a basket like liner, so that's what I'm hoping to make with this. I have not done that before, so wish me luck. And that's pretty much everything that I got for just crafting and stuff. And I know that I probably will need to make another run. I didn't have everything that I want to do in mind for my 12 crafts of Christmas, so you will see some of that again. But I also found their Halloween stuff for 90% off. And this is everything you need except for the green paper on the back to make this cute little Frankenstein. So for 90% off, this was 39 cents. And it's, you know, just the big Frankenstein. I thought that Katie could use that on her dorm. And most of this I did with Katie in mind. for her dorm. Let's see, there's this one. These make mini piñatas, and it makes 3 different piñatas, and I thought those were just adorable. They're all little jack-o'-lanterns. I could put one on my desk, and I could give one to Katie, and heck, I could even give one to my son, and you just make the little piñata, kind of a fun little craft. And then I picked up a wreath maker. What do they call these? A work wreath. This one was 69 cents. I mean, I couldn't pass it up. And then, let's see, also for Katie, I thought this was cute. Not that she trick-or-treats anymore, but it's just fun to have, you know, a little sack to hang up or to put some stuff in. 79 cents. Couldn't beat it. And these I thought were really neat. These are tablecloths, and they have spider webs on them. 79 cents. And I got 2 of them. So they're kind of thin, but they're just, you know, just a little table runner. So I thought that I could use one on my kitchen table for Halloween. And then, I don't know, I might give one to Kitty, or I might end up keeping both of them and using one like just to line my couch table or something like that. I'm not sure. We shall see. My shawl is getting in the way. I'll just pull up the bag. So here's the other one of those that I got. And then I found these treat sacks. There were 24 of them for 25 cents. And they're just the color of candy cane, or candy corn. And then these are the little popcorn favor boxes. There's 10 of them, 29 cents. These are little plastic spider webs. They're a little thicker than, I don't know, they're plastic, but they're definitely moldable. They don't stay folded, but they're movable. These were, there's 6 pieces, and they were 39 cents. So I'll figure out something to do with those. This was 50 cents. I thought that was cute. This was 30 cents. It's all about the candy. I got these Ziploc bags that have little jack-o'-lanterns all over them. There's 40 zipper bags for 60 cents. And I picked up 2 of these bows just because I thought they were pretty. And I could even use the green one for Christmas if I wanted to. These were 50 cents a piece. Which compared to the other stuff kind of seems expensive now, but it wasn't. And then I found these. These are garland, and there's 2 different ones. One has hats, like little ghosts or little witch hats and balls. And this one has eyeballs and balls. And these were each 69 cents. And I don't know what in the world Katie will do with them, but I figured she'd find something to do with them. String them somewhere. Oh, and there's one more thing in here. So that's everything that I got from Hobby Lobby, except for one more thing that I'm going to use as a gift for someone. And it is a skeleton. Isn't that cute? And it was 50 cents. So that's just really cute. And I know someone that will like it. So I thought that would be fun. And I'm going to put these glittery garlands in this bag so that I won't mess them up. So they go in there. And I'll put everything in this bag for Katie and surprise her with those. And then I stopped at CVS because my husband needed some antacid. Maybe too much information. And I was in a meeting, so I had my planner prior to. But I found, got the anasses. And I found these planners at CVS for $10 each. They are 2017 coloring planners from January to December. Different images to color every week. Over 65 images to color. So let me just show you some of them so that you can see the fun little flowers. And then it has another side on here, and then this just tells you about the planner. And this is kind of a hard plastic you could cover with something if you wanted to. Personal information, and then there's contacts, and another page of contacts, and then here's the year at a glance, and here's 2018 at a glance, 2019 at a glance, and then here's holidays for 2017 and 2018. And then here's events, like a perpetual calendar. And then here's the January monthly, and there's things to color on the January monthly. And then it starts off with December, because I guess the first day of January is the Sunday. So it has something, you know, you can, has all of the days of the week, and then there's a big area for you to color. And that's the layout throughout the book. So I'll just flip through a few at a time so you can see some of the cute images. Tulips, flowers, a turtle. Oh, here's another monthly with some things to color. Another monthly. There's a bird. Monthly. Oh my goodness. Looky, it's a hedgehog. Yay, I didn't even see that. Yay. And then there's just fun things to color. So I'm not really big into the whole coloring thing, but I know that it's fun. I know that I love to color. So I guess after that comes note pages, and there's just a few pages of notes, and then it goes into contacts, and there's a few pages of contacts, and then it goes into passwords, and it lets you put your passwords in here. And then it tells you a little bit about the illustrators of the book. And then there's a back cover. That's the same kind of stronger plastic. And then there's another full-size coloring sheet on both sides. And then the hard plastic back cover. So there's a hard plastic back and a front. Really cute. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not really big into the coloring pages. I like them. I just haven't really ever done it. So I think that I will use it. I think I'll like it and just, you know, give it a whirl. But then I bought a second one because we all know that my friend Tanya loves the coloring pages. So I had to hook her up. You got to think of your friends. So there we go. I'll put that in the mail for you, Tanya, pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.